Welcome to Music Firsthand here at the Velveeta Room. Super excited to be here. My name is Becky Jo Neal.
And I'm Claude Ramey.
We are your hosts tonight. We have a very, very special show, but before we talk about that and get into it, we'd like to thank Awesome Eastsiders for your lovely sponsorship. They hooked us up with some ciders tonight, which I am proudly drinking. Bless them. We also have several VIPs, lots of Airbnb guests tonight. Thank you so much for coming out. Really appreciate that. And the Velveeta Room, of course, for having us. This is like my family. The owners are my owners. I work for them. I adore them, so I'm really thankful that they let us be here tonight. And thank you to the incredible Pat Dean at the bar. Tip your bartender, ladies and gentlemen. Woo, woo, woo. I said this to him earlier. I've been singing Pat Dean, Pat Dean, Pat Dean all week, and I'm making everyone get that stuck in your head too. So you're welcome.
I think Jackie was going to do that one tonight. This is awkward.
Well, copyrights. Would you like to introduce our very special musical guest, Claude?
I would love to. Our guest tonight is Jackie Venson.
Woo! Give it up!
All right. I guess that means play a song. This song is called I Will Find a Way.
Summertime, spring is coming, gone. Gonna erase the light, illumination. I see so clearly now. I have a vision. They say follow your dreams. They say follow your dreams. I will follow my dreams. And I know that I don't want to suffer. And so I will leave my bags behind and be brave, no matter how uncertain. I will find a way. I'm telling you, there will be a way. I will find a way. As I grow, I have left behind the part of me that can't make up my mind. They took advantage of it. I feel I can't go on. I know I must go on. Oh, I will go on. And I know that I don't want to suffer. And so I will listen to my heart and be brave, no matter how uncertain. I will find a way until
everyone. Velveeta Room for Jackie Venson. You can tell this is not usually a music venue because there's like decade-old confetti being shooketh down.
Oh, I thought she was so good she just conjured it. Like
Yes.
the universe
Just like,
just said, hooray!
that's how she exits the show. It's just like a big Sailor Moon circle full of confetti, and then you're just like gone.
We actually planned it. It's a whole setup.
You were in on it. I read online that you have been performing since you were 8 years old, or singing, and talk us through like how you got started.
I was forced into piano lessons by my mother, like everybody's mother does. And
Woo!
she gave me the deal. She said, hey, if you don't like it, after 6 months, you can quit. And I was like,
Fair.
okay, cool. So I didn't like it after 6 months, and I quit. But then, well, because I had a really terrible teacher. And this is when I learned that a lot of people quit music because they never had a good teacher.
That's a really profound.
They tried one, and they hated her or him, and they
Right.
quit forever. So later on in kindergarten, or first grade, I met this substitute teacher who used to come in and substitute for the music teacher. And it turns out that's where he got all his students. It was brilliant.
That is smart.
Oh, wow.
Because like what he would do is he'd be like, hey, anybody who can play the piano, we're going to have a recital for the second half of class. And he would make people, like kids, raise their hand if they, and then
He's just
anybody
like
who...
cuckolding third graders, like, you're not playing for her anymore, you're mine! And just scoop them up.
She was just the public school teacher, right? That was when we still had music in schools.
Oh.
Anyway, so like...
R.I.P.
So, lucky for me. So like...
Was your family musical though? Like, did your
yeah,
mom
my
get
dad,
you?
my
Who your
dad
dad
played
is?
music, but he played in a band. Played in a band full of blind guys called Blue Mist.
What? A band full of blind guys?
Yeah.
That should have been the band. We're a band full of blind guys.
Well, they already got like the Blind Players of Mississippi or something like that.
What? So
They're
like
pretty famous.
That's amazing.
Well,
I
I
need
don't
to
know.
get on that.
I forgot what they're really called, but I think they're called like something like that. But anyway, so my dad played in a band, and I liked that teacher, and I could play some stuff left over from the previous teacher. So he gave me his card. I gave it to my mom, and I was in piano lessons with that guy for 13 years.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
And then I went to college, I went to a jazz school with classical piano skills. So they weren't very nice to me.
We're like,
They weren't.
outlier. No.
They weren't nice to me because like I couldn't do what they could do, but they couldn't do what I could do. And so we were just like,
A standoff.
you know what I'm saying? They like couldn't say I was bad, but I couldn't say that they were bad. It's just that they're completely different mindsets. It's
Yeah.
nuts. Completely different mindsets. Classical music, you read the parts. Jazz, you make it up. It's totally, I'm serious.
Yeah.
It's totally, and they're both incredible for their own reasons. Like the people that can really read and express something that somebody else wrote 400 years ago, that's incredible.
Right.
And also the technical skill involved is ridiculous. Whereas in jazz, you have to make up all this stuff as you go. You have to make up the parts as you're playing them. That's impressive for a completely different reason.
Do you think it like your classical training helped and or hindered, I guess? Like, do you think it's because you were technically sound that you could sort of expand?
No, it's just that I'd been through the worst. It doesn't get any harder than classical piano.
Well, and that story makes perfect sense to me that you were like trained classical and then went to jazz school, because something I think about listening to your music is how it doesn't necessarily fit into one clean genre, but it's completely fully realized. I don't have a question to follow that up.
It was like, what are your influences? Like your heavy influences?
Yeah.
Like if you could like make your
Disney.
sound like what you do. God, I'm brain dead today. What are your influences? I'm Star Trek. I think she's incredible, so it just makes me out. But I want to know like who are your like main influences? What did you grow up listening to? Who inspired you?
Disney.
Ooh,
Just all of Disney.
all of it.
Think
Every
about
last Disney.
Think about how many songs you love are Disney songs.
Or
Oh my
just
God, the
know
entire
through
Tarzan
and through.
soundtrack brings me to my knees, man.
The entire what soundtrack?
Tarzan, Phil Collins did it. Oh, it's so good. Listen to Tarzan again.
Yeah, do it as an adult.
You don't remember how great it was, I promise.
And then you have to babysit, and you're like, put the shitheads a movie on. What are we watching? Frozen. Nope, we're watching Tarzan. Sorry.
We're watching Tarzan, sorry. Or like the holy grail of all musical movies, The Lion King.
Duh. It's in the name. It's just like
The
wow.
king
of stuff.
Yeah.
The Lion King is just like, wow. And then everything in between, like the Aristocats.
Ben, our sound guy's like,
Oh, so
love
now I
Aristocats.
see that you guys have forgotten how incredible Disney is.
Yeah.
And are
I liked the gooses in
realizing
that movie.
it, I guess.
They were like really like swaggy and
Or
kind of
Jungle Book?
sassy. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, we could talk about Disney all day.
There's like 20 of them. Like, at least, Little Mermaid. I can go all day. Oh my God, The Princess and the Frog, New Orleans.
that one's honestly that might be my favorite one, just because
It was like a reprise of the Aristocats with some Cajun thrown in.
it was and that little frog and the alligator gave me my life.
So
Just a
now-
big fat jolly alligator in a
I
swamp.
know, right?
If I could
with
grow
the
into
trumpet.
anything. Yes, the Jux is so tiny in his big
I
crocodile
lulled a
hands.
lot during that movie, okay? I lulled a lot.
Like too much.
So that answers your question about my influence.
That actually really does. It makes a lot of sense.
Because it's
now.
like, why do you genre hop? I'm like, that's all I listened to.
Disney genre hops. Why can't I?
Yeah,
They're just like, we're wrapping up all of it.
exactly. They got the money, man.
You were born and raised in Austin, right? What
Yes.
do you think that influenced you to become a musician, or is it just like you got lucky being in the live music capital of the world?
Well, it definitely, well, both. Both
Right.
for sure,
I feel
yeah.
like it's gotta be. a good
But
mixture
I
of
think the direct way that Austin rubs off on me is this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We can tell.
This is a guitar town, man.
both. We just
I
get a
always
round of
wanted to be a
applause for her guitar skills
wanted
for
to be-
real though.
I always wanted to be a guitar player. Even when I was playing classical piano, like I really loved playing classical piano, but man, I'd go to a show and the guitar player would just like put his foot on the monitor and just be like, I was like, why does he feel that way? I don't understand it. How is he playing the instrument without looking at it?
But I
Why
wanna
is he
do
not
it.
reading music? I don't understand.
Where's the structure?
Where's the structure? Where's the focus?
Did you try to work that into your pianoing? Like,
Right.
I mean, some people
Nope,
can
can't
do
do
that,
it.
but like, what I mean by like head back is like he's not even caring about what he plays, and he's just unleashing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I could never figure out how to do that on the piano, but I just could never figure it out.
it's weird how it's different.
Well, I think it's because I started with classical piano. It's a different mindset.
No facial
See, I
expressions
came to
in
I
classical,
came to
but-
this knowing absolutely nothing about it, and just like choosing the things I wanted to learn how to do. I wasn't just like learning music for a teacher.
When did you start playing guitar?
7 years ago.
Oh wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
And did you have? Was it your piano teacher? Did he find you like a cool teacher too? He was
No,
like,
actually,
I know
my
a
mom
guy.
did.
Yes.
My mom finds me all the best teachers.
I was like, your mom's here, right?
Yeah.
Shout out,
Shout
Mom.
out to my mom.
I wish I had a spotlight. Moms.
My mom found me like the best teacher I ever had. Her name was Mady K, or her name is Mady K. She's still around, and she's still around. You guys, I promise. That's morbid.
Hit her
God,
up.
You guys are sick. Anyways,
It's awesome though. Mom showing up for the band. Like I love a good
seriously,
Brody
she
mom.
finds me the best teachers, and then through Mady K, I found like all the rest of the teachers I would have ever needed.
If you like, I guess if you were a Austin music teacher, what do you think would be your like number one? Like, why would people recommend you as a teacher? They'd be like, oh, she's really honest, or she shows up on time, or she's sick as hell. Like, that's what I want to know.
I'm pretty laid back. I'm not going to force somebody to practice. I actually would only insist on giving a person like 1 or 2 lessons a month because they would need time to sit with the stuff that I gave them.
I like that.
Yeah.
You're like, I know I'm about to blow your mind. You need 2 weeks after this.
No,
Refractory
I mean, that's what all
period.
my greatest teachers did.
Right.
you know?
Give you time to sit and meditate with it.
Yeah, and internalize it and use it.
What is your songwriting process? Are you like lyrics first, music later, music first, lyrics later?
Oh man, that looper pedal is like, that's what writes the songs.
It's pretty
No,
sick.
I'm serious, because like, what happens is I'll loop a chord progression that I really like. I'll just sit down and start jamming, or I'll be practicing scales even, because I got to keep my hand position right. And so I'll be practicing scales, and then I'll go into chords, and I'll come up with a chord progression that I really like, or maybe I'll remember that I recorded something that I really liked, and I'll go back and I'll listen to it, and then I'll play it, and then I'll loop it, and then that loop doesn't stop until I turn it off. So it's like I just solo over it until I find a melody.
Wow.
Yeah,
Like
I
a-
don't know how I would write without the looper pedal,
Like
or at least somebody
lyrically?
else like at least playing rhythm, because it's really hard for me to think of melodies without hearing chords, because my melodies are following chord tones.
Do you think that's the classical music training?
Yes.
I was when you said like I need to keep my hand right. I'm like, you sound like my ballet teacher. He was like, suck it in. I'm like, I am sucking it.
Yeah, for sure.
She told me to train my belly. If I sucked it in, she like must have believed that like old wives' tale that if you like leave your face that way, it's gonna stay like that. And she would just smack my belly and be like, suck it in. I'm like, I am. And she's like, if you suck it in, it'll stay there. I'm like, I do not think you know
That's how that works. Yeah.
I don't think that's how it
Like,
works.
I don't have a kinesiology degree or however the hell that multiple. How kinesiology? I feel like there's a in there, like a bitha.
Whatever it is, she wasn't it. I'll tell you that
Whatever
much.
it was, she wasn't it.
Would you like to sing us another song?
Yeah.
All right,
okay.
Velveeta, give it up for Jackie Venson.
Okay, I'm gonna turn that down. There we go. All right. I'll play you guys a song I just wrote and recorded. It's coming out on like July 30th. The song is called Keep On.
I know this dance, taking this chance. Damned if we do, damned if we don't. Truth sets us free. I need honesty, even when it frightens me. Oh, it frightens me. It seems impossible, you and I. Our worlds will change as soon as we try, yeah. High in the sky, on to the next. Ride or die. Keep on,
Yeah.
sing it, ooh, yeah, yeah. Keep on, feel it, ooh, yeah, yeah. Keep on. My body with his arms around me makes me feel this way. Can't help myself, my body's burning. I can't stay away. Now we're here, there is no turning back. No. If it's real love, be and make it last. Oh, yeah. It seems impossible, you and I. Our worlds will change as soon as we try, yeah. High in the sky, on to the next.
Yeah.
Ride or die.
Yeah.
Keep on. Sing it, ooh, yeah, yeah. Keep on.
Yeah.
Feel it, ooh, yeah, yeah. Keep on.
Yeah.
Keep on. Until I find someone to love.
Yeah.
I will not settle for anything but love.
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Feeling yeah, yeah. Keep on,
Yeah.
sing it, yeah, yeah, yeah. Keep on,
Oh, sweet.
Woo! There we go. Jackie Venson, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks again to our live audience here at the Velveeta Room. Please do not forget to tip your bartender, Pat Dean. He's a lovely man. Also, there's bathrooms down this hallway. We can't see you on the live stream, but we can hear you pee. So, just kidding, we can't. I don't have dog hearing today. Soon. We heard that May 21st is officially Jackie Venson Day. Is that true?
Is this real life?
Is this? How do you get a day named after you? Other than obviously being
Well-
super talented.
Well, you email the mayor and you ask him.
Is there like a format, like like email
heard that's what
format you can
Christ did.
steal?
Like-
Yes.
It's like info at or like entertainment at austintexas.gov or something.
How have I not gotten a day named after myself yet?
This-
If
They don't
it's
let-
between an email, I am an uppity
literally-
white lady.
They don't
How
let
is that?
comedians know about that. I'll tell you that much.
No, they're not letting us in on that.
Yeah, there's a lot of things like that.
Damn it.
People are like, "How do you get your music on iTunes?" Like, well, you pay like $30.
Well, you
and
Google
they
it.
just- you sign up, you pay $30, and they put it there.
This whole time.
Like, I could literally like fart into a phone, export it as a WAV file, upload it to CD Baby, and it would be on iTunes in a week.
I'm looking this up.
And Claude's like, now I have so
so
much.
That's a
serious.
very specific example.
I'm so serious.
He's like, now I have a reason for all these farts recorded on my
exactly.
phone.
Finally, it's taking up all my storage. I can put it somewhere.
I'm not saying I've done that. I'm just saying I could do that.
Can't let go of them. Might as well
Definitely
make
haven't
money.
done that.
I really want to know how many people do sell their farts on iTunes.
Hey, check. You can do it with Amazon Movies. You can put your own movie on Amazon Prime if you want. There's this thing called Doggy TV. Look it up. It makes no sense.
Oh, that could lead to a lot of.
Believe it.
Wait,
Lot
dog
of-
TV, like the stuff they put up and like have your dog watch while
Yeah,
you're away?
but the thing is, it's horribly filmed. Like, there's this whole like 3-minute scene that's just a dog's tail wagging.
Like a dog gives a shit about that. Like people would watch 3 minutes of us waving. Like this is comforting.
Sometimes I put it on in the background at parties.
How much of their viewership is just like people
Just to see how
stoned?
people are gonna
Yeah.
react. You know?
Right? Anybody want to look
What did we just stumble upon? What is that?
You know, like the first person who shows up at the party, no one's there yet, and everything's kind of creepy.
He's in charge
I
of the
usually-
music.
No, I usually have that rolling in the background, like, welcome.
What are we? Is this art? What's happening?
Welcome to my art installation.
Welcome to my
Trying to
party.
weird you out with dog butts.
You're the first one here. Would you like a drink?
Lucky you. Oh God.
So speaking of being like a self-made person, you know, the
That's self is a strong word.
speaking of fart
I've had a
movies,
lot of
the
I've had a lot of help.
the Looper, I love it. I think it's one of those like it strikes me as one of those like brilliant things that springs out of necessity.
Yes,
I would be-
like not having $5,000 to bring the band even outside of the borders of Texas. Is
But
that what you mean by necessity?
yeah.
Because that's what I mean by necessity.
But I would be so intimidated if I were one of your bandmates, and I'm like, oh, she's accustomed to just like turning it off with a button. Like,
like
like stylistically, is there a difference when there's a band, or do you try to keep them as similar as possible?
oh no, they're not similar at all.
Oh.
I have that's an electronic drum kit.
So you should buy tickets to all her shows and
Yeah,
contrast
you
and
every
compare.
gotta
one
learn to
of
love
them.
each show for what it is. You know, like the band show is really great, but there's a lot going on, and if it's a small club, half the time you can't even hear my words or my voice.
How
You know,
dare
how
they.
many times have you been to a band show you can't even the song singer's just like
all the way you're gonna like
yeah, exactly. It's just like no, it's the cymbals. It's always the cymbals. It's like
Yeah, that treble carries.
it's crazy. For me, it's always the cymbals. I mean, I guess everybody freaks out at different frequencies.
that makes sense. And
Different
you have a
frequencies, yeah.
Wikipedia page,
Yes,
which has got to be the cool. Like if people
again,
care
I
enough
paid
about
somebody
you.
$75, and they.
Why am I just not?
Or
I'm serious, exactly. $75.
or have a 19th century French sculptor who has your same
I like
name.
Venmo'd them,
Yeah,
you know.
that works too.
No, you can put up your own Wikipedia page, but there's a lot of rules, and then you have to learn all the rules, and then you got to write it. And I was like, $75.
Random strangers can just edit your page, but if you write your own, there's like rules.
Right.
Like, wait a minute, we have standards here at Wikipedia.
Well, it's like, it's not that. It's that, like, it's basically like building a little bit of a website. Like, you got to know code to, like, set up a new page. Because there's no moderators. It's not. That's not what it's about. Like, they don't have a lot of money. They're always asking for money, you know? So, like,
Wikipedia's broke.
Wikipedia kind of is broke, and it's barely hanging on there.
They're always
we
hitting
need
us
it
up
though.
for money,
We need it.
yeah.
They're
But
like, give us money so someone stops changing like Ann Coulter's facts to be like, she has spaghetti for hands. Like, you know, doing that?
spaghetti brands.
I heard that too. Weird. Yeah.
But
Actually,
yeah,
it's in a fart video on Amazon Prime. If you're, it's a weird niche.
Who's on Prime?
No, he was telling me about some weird, like your Wikipedia page. Like when I was looking at it, I did not notice. But Claude's
personal
like
life?
super.
Your
Personal
birth
life?
your birth year is listed as 1989/1990, which is an ambiguity usually reserved for like medieval saints.
Yes, that's true. Well, I like to keep my birthday private because you can do a lot. There's like three
That's
things
true.
you need.
That's smart. Yeah.
There's like 3 things you need to screw up somebody's life, and it's like their birthday, their social security number, and I guess I can't remember the last one.
And their fart recordings on their phone.
And
I'm
their
not
fart
going to let
recordings
that
on
go.
their phone. Yes, blackmail. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, I try to
genius.
keep my birthday kind of not exact.
But also, patron saint ambiguity is really fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have just said that. That would have been cooler. See, I
on a
I tell the
Flemish
truth too
island.
much.
No
you
one
know what I'm
knows.
saying? I should spruce it up a little bit.
A long time ago, in a sweet dive bar in downtown Austin. No. Yeah, you have 16.6 thousand followers on Instagram. That's gnarly. I have like 12 fake prostitutes following me on Instagram.
Sweet.
What is it like? Because you upload a lot of content and your social
Yeah.
media is
Wait, I'm
stacked.
following her on Instagram.
It's true. He's 9. I have 9 fake.
Wait, what do you think I do?
You're real in my. No. What is it like having to do? Is it stressful to maintain that? Do you have like a team that helps? What is that like?
Oh, I definitely have a little bit of a team that helps. I have a really kick-ass manager.
There we go.
And I also have fulfillment. You know, I have my friend for a really long time, pretty much my whole life. She handles all my shipping out my merch. So, and then
Which
my
we have
mom's
merch
my
here,
mom.
people.
My mom's my mom. She's like the, I'll save your ass. You know, you always have to have the save your ass person. And then
Which does not always happen in the music industry. So thank you, Mom,
yeah,
again.
thank you, Mom. Yes. And then my sister, she does my bookings for me.
Oh, that's awesome. Family.
It's a little bit of a hodgepodge, but I wouldn't be able to learn how to do all this stuff if it weren't for them. So, shout out to the team.
Aw. Good for you. Guys.
Get your tissues out, guys.
What is it like? You just got back from tour, correct? Yes.
Yes.
And you played on her Instagram. It's like the 8th picture right now. She played at like a tree house. Did you play at
Yeah.
a real tree house?
Yeah, in South Austin, off Davis Lane.
That's so cool.
It was really hot, but it was cool. It was cool.
Was it like? Did you feel like your Tarzan fantasy? Because I would have.
I mean, yeah, okay, I could see it like that.
See, it's like full circle.
But there were no steps into the treehouse, not even a ladder. We had to rock climb up to the treehouse part.
We're roughing it.
Yeah, we went rock
Did they at
climbing.
least like give you some like weird harness? They were like, here you go, shimmy up.
Nope, it was very dangerous, and I probably shouldn't have done it.
I don't want to revert, but it's going to bug me. Was You'll Be in My Heart in Tarzan?
Yes,
Is that
yes.
okay? Good.
Yes.
Okay. I'm connecting. I'm making friends.
It's the transition one where they're like
Two
growing
worlds.
up.
One family.
This is
See,
where
you
it's
know
gonna go.
Tarzan.
I
You
just
know
remember
it.
the hook.
Oh yeah. It's
amazing.
it's when they're like growing up to get they're getting older and they're running through the jungle.
I was in like 9th grade when Tarzan came out.
You guys want to do Disney karaoke together sometime?
Hell yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Be down.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
yeah.
Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns.
To defeat Disney karaoke.
Oh my God. Like, look. Disney's amazing. Shout out to Disney.
Can we tag Disney?
Hallelujah, Disney.
Is that
music,
too
I'm
big?
Just saying.
Are we too
So
broke
good.
for Disney?
Can they sponsor us? Because
Dude,
it'd be
they're
pretty
so
cool.
rich that their channel, their advertisements are just advertising other shows and movies on their channel.
Right.
There's no real commercials on Disney Channel. It's all
Just
They're
like
like,
PBS.
screw
they're
competition.
Americans.
It's
We see it.
crazy.
No.
Have you ever even seen anybody be able to pull that off?
Yeah, that's some like
They don't have
Beyonce
to
hype
pay
level.
advertisers.
That's kind of like when Beyonce released Lemonade and like the 400 people probably involved in that didn't say anything. I was like, that is the scariest kind of power I have ever seen in my life.
They're just all happy.
Yeah, and Disney's like, we see you guys needing to make this happen for your own TV show. Here you go. Like they don't even care about being like the comparative analysis. Like
Nope. They're in
on
a league of
Disney,
their own.
we have this. On Fox, this.
Yeah,
they don't
they
even
don't-
have to do
there's
it. They're just
nothing-
like,
there's none
we're
of that.
showing Fox on Disney, so clearly they need our help.
There's none of that. They're so rich.
Pity advertising. It's like petty. No.
Yeah, none of that. Nope.
We have a
Only
couple
Disney
of
stuff.
segments that we do every week. Do you want to kick out the first one? Do you want to do that? Welcome to the music business. Do we have any of those? No.
I don't.
You guys look very
Just
confused.
kidding.
I heard that we want to start doing that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at texting back. Actually, we're gonna play
Me
a game.
too.
We're gonna play a game. Is everybody here familiar with the celebrity match game?
Nope.
Anybody? There we go. Ben's like, yay! I did tell someone about it today.
Or the Snatch game if
or the
you're from
Snatch
another
game.
generation.
Any RuPaul's Drag Race millennials in here, they know what the Snatch game is. Basically, the premise of Celebrity Match Game is we have our celebrity here, Miss Jackie Venson. I'm going to ask you a question that is roughly related to the music business. You are going to give me the first answer that comes off the top of your head. Claude is going to be our panel of distinguished answerers. I'm trying to remember if that's not a word. Roll with it. It is now.
You say it on the internet, it's real. So
Yeah. Ask
This is
Wikipedia.
America.
So he's going to, while she is answering her question, try to figure out what is going on in Jackie's head and answer the exact same and have a potential match for her answer. Hilarity should ensue. So roll with us on this one. All right, Jackie, are you ready to play Music First Hand's first ever inaugural edition of the Celebrity Match Game? Aww.
You explained how to play it. I didn't hear any of your words. So let's just go.
It's going to be real easy.
I was looking at that baby and I just
Everyone's looking at the
got
baby.
lost
I
and
don't know.
I didn't hear any of your words, but I'm just gonna play along. Okay, so just point to me whenever I need to talk.
It's like burned in the back of my brain, that baby. Okay, welcome to Music First Hand's first celebrity match game. Question number 1. Booking Betty is so forgetful. Thank you, Ben. Ben's the only one in here. Y'all, okay. Booking Betty is so forgetful. She forgot to fulfill blank on your rider. Green M&Ms. I always want to say green M&Ms. Yeah, what did Booking Betty forget to fulfill for you on your rider? Like you show up to the show and you ask for 3 things and Booking Betty only got 2. What was the 3rd thing that she left out?
Guitar amp.
Ooh. That's shady. We did have that was entirely her fault.
Oh no, that wasn't a hit. It happens all the time. It literally happens all the time. I should have had it in my card. I should have known better.
Claude, what did Booking Betty forgetfully put out of her rider?
Oh, I'm sorry. I wrote, I'm not sure what that is, but good for you. But then you explained what a rider is, like as I was getting the good for you out. I'm like, oh, damn it.
That's actually so much better.
Yeah.
I love that. We don't get gigs where people ask us if we want stuff.
Comedian, yeah. It's like, you'll let me talk for 5 minutes. I'm in, yes.
I know. I said to him beforehand, like, this is the longest you and I will probably ever get to be on the Velvet at one point in time.
Yeah.
It's not 3
No,
minutes.
believe in yourself.
Believe.
Yeah,
All right.
You just have to pay someone.
Yes.
I just give them like $75.
Call somebody. Email the mayor. All right.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do.
Miss Jackie Venson, what would your desert island item be? If you'd be one thing on a desert island, what would it be? Ooh. Amp. What's your answer, Mish?
I mean, it's like you gotta be smart, man. I need a knife.
Yeah. Like, let's get practical.
Oh,
Or like Bear
unpractical?
Grylls.
Okay, so practical, but okay. What would be my unpractical thing?
Yeah.
Dexter,
Oh, yeah.
my
That's
dog.
sweet.
Dexter? Like,
Always had
yeah.
to be dog. What kind of dog is it?
He's a corgi.
Oh.
He's so cute. Oh my god.
I thought you meant like the box set of the
He's
show.
ridiculous.
And I was like,
No,
that's...
no.
You can't bring a DVD player.
Yeah,
There's no
yeah, there's
Xbox.
only one item. Like, you
Oh,
just
I
have
thought
the
we were being
discs. You didn't think
unpractical.
this
I thought we were
through.
being unpractical.
We just like to pray over the box set of the entire
Yes,
season.
just worship it.
All right. Marty Music.
I said boat.
Oh, a boat.
To get off the island.
Yeah.
Genius.
I don't know if
that's
that's
actually-
cheating or what.
This is my own
I've
game.
never
I'm
had that
messing it
idea,
up.
and touche.
Yeah,
Honestly,
between the two of it, like a
touche.
knife and a boat, we're gonna survive.
Yeah, you always need a knife.
And a
man.
dog. Yeah.
And a
I'd choose
dog.
knife over a lighter even
Probably. Yeah, you could make something happen with
with
no.
a knife.
The lighter's just like a shitty paperweight
Pretty
at
much.
the other end of the day.
Well, I mean, it's easy fire, but
Or Bear Grylls that shit. Get your knife and a boat. Make a
Exactly.
knife out of a boat. Who
Bear
knows?
Grylls.
Marty Music loves you so much.
Oh yay!
Marty Music loves you so much that he brought you blank as a gift to tonight's gig. The free bucket of cider, also chips and salsa. How much we love you. It's true.
Alright.
Someone said a knife.
Probably like a coupon for free dinner somewhere really nice. That'd be sweet.
Ooh,
Yeah.
practical.
Just saying, like free dinner, man. That makes your night.
Dinner.
Especially if it's at like Eddie V's.
Shout out to Eddie
You
V's.
know?
You want to send some free dinner?
Eddie V's.
I think we know a guy there. We can pretend we do. Tag him.
Yeah, there you go. Or like Three Forks.
Claude.
Well, I think I love you more than Marty Music because I was thinking of your classical training and I said a Steinway.
Wow.
You know, just
That's
a little,
cool.
little door prize. Thanks for being here. Yeah.
Rolls
Little
into your
door prize.
gig on it.
I know. Exactly.
With a candelabra. Yeah.
I know what you wanted.
Candelabra. And is somebody playing the Phantom of the Opera?
Oh, please. And he drops from the ceiling onto the Steinway. It's like,
I'd probably
Inside
faint.
your
I'd get
mind.
so excited I would faint.
all right. Austin has a new policy on tipping. Tipping bans. Tipping with blank is now legal.
I mean,
I
is
almost
that
wrote
like
it as illegal, but I was like, what the?
I mean,
Honestly, I found
it's
it
almost
funny.
like the question is leading to the answer.
Exactly. Bum bum.
So now I just have to like choose which magnitude of drug to say. Is that what
Oh
you're
no, I
suggesting?
meant I guess like.
Like,
it would
okay,
be-
should I go with PCP or should I go with weed? Like,
I was thinking,
whoa,
like,
no,
it's
the audience is
weird.
watching. What are they gonna think of me?
It's like weird to be like, oh, here's like, I know a
mean,
drag
what
queen that
else
got she got a McChicken as a tip once, and like
It's,
the
you
bar
can
was
totally
like, you can't
throw a
give her
piece
that.
of chicken in a tip jar.
It's true.
But like putting a bag of weed or like some Molly in a tip jar, you're probably gonna get busted if they
Yeah.
see you.
Yeah, I don't
So
know.
that's
You
what
have
that.
to be, like,
I feel like
real
that's what the
famous.
question suggested.
Oh no, see, I was leaning for McChicken.
Cause like I've gotten some weird shit in the tip jar.
What's the weirdest thing that's been put in your tip jar?
A plate of mac and cheese. They literally like set it next to the tip jar and put some. They like pointed to it. They were like, and then they put foil over it, and they left it there. It was awesome. I was so hungry after the show. Oh my god! I was like,
I don't know why that makes it less weird, but it,
It was
does.
so
like,
awesome.
oh, I visibly saw them put it there,
yeah,
so
they
it's
put,
fine.
They
Like,
put
I'll
it
eat
down.
it.
They like got my attention and they wrapped it in foil and they left it there, and that was my tip.
I need
It
to
was
get on your
great.
business plan.
I was so hungry.
We all have
I mean, that's
things
money
to learn.
saved. That mac and cheese was like $8. They just tipped me $8.
I guess
what I'm
that's
saying?
true. I would be like, I guess kind of creeped out if someone left me food, but ultimately that's what
Well,
I would
if
be
they
spending
wrapped
it on.
in front of you, it was like steaming hot when they placed it down. It's awesome.
Mac and cheese as a tip is now
I
legal
spent the
in
rest
Austin.
of the set like thinking about. I was like, wonder if it's like the good kind of mac and cheese where they
They got
kinda-
breadcrumbs,
That's all I was thinking about the rest of the set. I'm singing all these
truffle
love
oil
songs,
and that shit.
singing all these love songs, and I'm like, I wonder if they like burnt the top a little bit. Like,
Ooh. Is it in a ceramic bowl?
Maybe-
Are we talking
maybe they put-
plastic?
Did they put onions in it? I hope so.
Is there
Onions?
garlic powder in it?
Did you say onions?
Oh,
put
onions,
onion-
garlic,
Yeah.
sour cream. So
I
much.
have never heard of that,
You
but
ever
that
had
sounds
sour
great.
cream mac and cheese?
Yeah, dude. Yes. That's the best. I mean, you cut it with sour cream and cream cheese. That's what my dad does.
Oh no, like the sour cream is baked in.
Oh, shit.
That almost makes it like a quiche. I know that's egg and not
I
sour
thought you were
cream.
going to say it
but-
almost makes it a kink, and I was like, I'm feeling it.
It's really
Oh.
incredible.
Well, I said people can tip with iTunes bucks, which I now assume is a
That
thing.
would be terrible. I'd be so mad. the hell am I supposed to do with that? It's Spotify.
Put more stuff on. I don't know. You're the professional. You know what to do with it.
Produce more fart recordings. All right.
Yes, get a nicer recorder. I need to invest in
That's
a
true.
nicer recorder, a Zoom, so I can
Ooh.
record my farts.
Shout
in
out to
HD.
Zune, sponsor Miss Jackie.
Yeah.
Last question for the celebrity match game. If you could haunt any famous Austin venue, which one would it be? Because this one is
Oh,
totally haunted, all up in this. So I feel if you could just walk.
I'm gonna
the
say
halls.
1-to-1 bar because it's in a strip mall, and that'd be really funny. I just built that.
She's just like
shade
on
I was
you.
No, it was a shade. It was like Antone's is in that building. That building's probably 100 years old, so it's like, oh, big surprise, a 100-year-old building. But like 1-to-1 bar's like right next to Dark Tan. And the idea of that place is being haunted as crap is just hilarious. Like you walk in and you walk in and like somebody like rubs your ear, but no one's there. Like super haunted. But it's like in a strip mall.
Claude, where would you haunt?
I would haunt the last cheap apartment.
Ooh.
I heard it's out there.
Oh, I see you're vindictive.
You got to get on
We're a
that before the
vindictive
bubble
soul.
pops.
Yeah.
And we're back at the last really, really expensive
Wait, the
apartment.
last cheap hotel, last cheap apartment, that's a venue?
It can
Oh,
be.
did she say venue?
Honestly,
Sure
Oh,
did.
I just meant like I thought any place. Sorry.
I'd pick a really good food
I
truck.
guess if your business is haunting.
Yeah,
then
I was
any
gonna say
place-
like it's a venue for the
any
haunting.
place is a venue.
If you're in the business of haunting,
Yeah, see, we could
check
be
out
lawyers. We could-
The last cheap apartment on earth, not
lease.
located in Austin.
For lease.
We have some time. Do you want to do a couple more songs for us? We're going to do 2 in a
Yeah,
row.
yeah.
How about that, Velveeta? Give it up for Jackie Venson.
So those of you who don't know a lot about me, if you've been around these last few years, I like to, jump in with both feet, which sometimes results in me showing my ass. Like I literally bought this. I mean, I was given this looper pedal this morning at 1 in the morning. So I'm gonna try this song. I didn't practice it last night, but I think I can do it. I think I can. Just give me 1 second to think about it. Woo. Yeah. Certainly can do it. Certainly can do it. Yeah. Sometimes it just takes a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
As the wind is blowing, it carries away my trust. As the rain is pouring, it washes away my lust. My eyes are wide open, all I see is one man. He better act fast now and catch me while he still can. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me, don't lie to me. Don't lie to me, don't lie to me, I cared for you. Don't lie to me, don't lie to me, don't lie to me. Don't lie to me, don't lie to me, I cared for you. My heart, it beats to the rhythm of mercy. Oh, how I long to believe that he loves me. I need to be careful. I need to protect myself. Around me with wisdom of the divine truth. Yeah. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me, I care for you. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me, I care for you. lying to me, I cared for you. Carries away my trust. As the rain is pouring, it washes away my lust. My eyes are wide open, all I see is one man. He better act fast now and catch me while he still can.
So how'd my ass look? I'm wondering if I need to get my string out of my case. I'm wondering if Louis could help me. It wasn't in the stars for that song. You know what I'm saying? Come on, y'all. I play Mozart. I got high standards for myself. I'm just saying. It's okay. So anyways, maybe we could do something while I change the string. Yes.
I can't think of a more dignified death for a guitar string, though. That's,
I mean,
that's
right?
a way to go.
It's his only. He tried.
It's the B string. I've lost so many strings. Oh, by the way, this is Louis. This is the kick-ass manager I was telling you about. Yes. He helps me a lot. So
the team.
I break so many guitar strings, it's ridiculous. Yes.
Mostly.
Yeah, he pretty
Strings
much just changed my
attached.
strings, and that's the only thing he's good for.
Oh!
He's over here like, I'm just happy to be here. Oh, bless you. Well, thanks for joining us, Louis. Actually, how often do you pop strings at like every show, every other show?
Well, I went to Germany, and I used to break strings once a week. I could only play like 3 shows on a set of strings.
Wow.
And I was I was just getting fed up with it, and I didn't know what had happened to change it because I'd been playing this guitar for like 2 years now. So then I go to Germany, I meet this luthier who's like this really great luthier, and I think he's kind of into me, you know what I'm saying?
Ew. Work that connection.
No, he was a nice guy. I'll just say it. He was very nice to me. And he fixed my guitar. And now my
Aw.
strings don't break as much. So and he wasn't creepy. I was just making a joke.
See, you know, sometimes you gotta like take. Ooh.
I think he just liked me, okay?
We have a fan question.
Maybe I'm a
it's
likable
him.
person. Maybe I'm a likable person, okay?
No, you are. I honestly, if I knew
Anyways, he
anything
was
about
really
making
nice,
guitars,
I kept on telling him, I'm like, look, man, I gotta give you some money. You're doing like legit work. He's like,
Right.
no, don't worry about it. I like how you play.
oh,
Anyway, shout out to Christoph.
heyo, Christoph. We have a fan question. Well, one is a shout out from Kate Howard. Kate Howard says, shout out to Maddie Cake. She was my first voice teacher. Lala Coleman says, in all caps, please read that. I just want to hear you do
All caps. Hey, Jackie, do your thing, girl. This emoji. Richmond, Virginia, in the house, reppin' JV squad.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad you know what that means.
Yeah,
if
the
she
JV
wouldn't
squad.
have, if she wouldn't have said that in all caps, it wouldn't have been as much of an
It was
impact.
special.
Did
yeah.
it even
Letting you know.
happen?
Yeah, exactly.
If it doesn't happen in all caps, did it even happen? I actually like to use all caps when I'm like texting my family because my mom does that shit, like, call me ASAP. And I'm like, who's dead?
Yeah, but her phone just doesn't know how to not auto like capitalize ASAP.
I mean, like, I guess it's an acronym. It should be all capitalized, but like, why does call me have to also be in? And I feel like she has to go back and think to herself, like, oh, it's not all in all caps, so she's not gonna understand.
Right, yeah.
So if I go back and go just select all in all caps, I will take the time to delete that and then all caps it again.
I think maybe it's like type hierarchy, like she wants you to understand the gist of the message, like at a glance.
Yes. But couldn't she be like, call me? Yes.
But regarding that all caps shout out, do you understand what any of that is? Richmond, Virginia, JV. Does that have anything to do with you? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Richmond,
I thought it was
the
like
JV
some high
squad.
school girl,
First of
like
all,
just
Richmond,
plugging her
Virginia's
volleyball
like-
team or something.
First of all, Richmond, Virginia is like one of the oldest cities in America, so that's pretty cool. And then also,
But like, do you have anything to do with it?
and the JV squad is my Facebook
Heyo.
group. I mean, there are people here from the JV squad.
Shout out JV
Oh.
squad.
Yeah,
Jackie Venson,
this whole audience is
JV.
JV squad members. I'm just letting you
I
know.
was thinking like a junior varsity team from Richmond, Virginia, and I'm like, this gal's just plugging her thing. Okay, JV is Jackie Venson. Duh.
She played like a dance concert for some JV, Palms dancers in Richmond.
But
That's
thank you to whoever went,
killing.
oh, so like that one person was on the same page as me.
All caps on the same page. Rock hand emoji. Although, yeah, this one, is the emoji like this or like this? It's like this.
Yeah,
I'm all like, I love you over here, but it's very like, want to be Ronnie James Dio, but
yeah.
yeah, they tried.
Was it already a generic hand symbol before UT started using it?
It had to be. Right, yeah, it's
Yeah.
like Ronnie James Dio, right?
But UT existed before rock and roll, so chicken and egg.
That's actually really, whoa. I thought it was, because I thought Dio said it was his mom's like curse. She would like curse people
During
with
the
it.
80s, well, during the 80s satanic panic, it was said that it was, check it out, a 6, another 6, and then your thumb was a 6. Bum, bum, bum.
They're
Yeah.
reaching. It's like
Yeah.
that lady with the monster.
I think some Aggies made that up, actually.
Yes, they were.
You know what I heard?
I heard. Your hands can make 3 different shapes of 6 at once. Devil. Are we
And
repairing?
it just so happens to be the Longhorns.
Longhorns are the devil. Wait, that's not what we were going at. Wait.
No, you don't want to lose that sponsorship opportunity.
The whole like Facebook feed just like blows up.
It's just like boycott.
Yeah, like the whole screen just bleeds orange, and it's like you're being watched. No.
I went to Texas State, eat 'em up cats.
See, I went to a cat school too.
That's our cheer.
All right, take 2, Jackie Venson, ladies and gentlemen.
So is this my last one or is this my second to last one? This is my last one live. Okay, I'm gonna do it. All right, I'm gonna save the best one for the squad. Yes.
How do you know when enough is enough? How do you know when too much is too much. Won't somebody tell me before I lose my mind? How do you know when you're gone the wrong way? Doesn't it always seem too early to say? Won't somebody tell me before I go insane? Oh, that real love, that real love, that real love, may it guide us. How do you live with such rapid change? You blink your eyes and ain't nothing the same. Won't somebody tell me so I can live my life? Live my life, yeah, with that real love, that real love, that real love, may it guide us, don't by no, step by step. Be limitless, be patient. Don't bind on, step by step. Be limitless, be patient. Step by step, be limitless, be patient. No burnout, step by step, be limitless, be patient with that real love, that real love. That real love, may it guide us, don't bind up, step by step. Be limitless, be patient. Don't bind up, step by step. Be limitless, be patient.
All right, Velveeta, keep it going for Jackie Venson, ladies and gentlemen. And according to our incredible Facebook fans, Maya says pure talent, and Barb says Hookham UT, 1955.
Careful where you wave that thing, Barb.
Don't. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We have one more song for the live audience here. We're about to say goodnight to Facebook. Before we do that, again, we'd like to thank our sponsors at Austin Eastsiders and the incredible Velveeta Room and Pat Dean for letting us be here tonight. Thank you so much. My amazing co-host, Claude. Thank you, sweet. It's always a pleasure.
And Becky Jo Neal.
Meow. Thanks for coming out, y'all. I hope you enjoyed your time here. Please like, share, keep up with Jackie on social media. She'll be able to tell you where she's going to be. We got merch here, so please get your purchase on. Love you so much. Have a nice night, y'all.